The honourable member for Old Tisbury Three Hills.
Alberta's energy industry is the engine of Canada's economy and the reason why people across our country enjoy such a high quality of life. Yet important pipelines that could bring our product to Tidewater face significant opposition, including from the Premier's NDP friends in British Columbia. How could this be? The Premier promised that the carbon tax would buy social license from the very same people that oppose these vital projects. Premier, your plan is failing. It's hurting Albertans. When will you admit that this carbon tax isn't working and social license is a hoax?
Well, Madam Speaker, I appreciate that members opposite love to dine out on the words of opponents to the pipeline for their own political gain. That's unfortunately not good for Alberta. What is good for Alberta is the fact that the decision around the pipeline is within the authority of the federal government. The federal government considered a number of issues, including our government's commitment to reducing and combating climate change, and as a result, they approved the pipeline, Mr. Speaker, or Madam Speaker, something that would not have happened under their watch, Madam Speaker.
First supplemental.
Albertans can't stand the carbon tax, and opponents of pipelines are indifferent to it. Insolvencies and bankruptcies are on the rise, and while Albertans are scrimping and saving to make ends meet, this NDP government is running a deficit that is 4 times the size of all other provinces combined. Still, this ideological government is charging ahead with increases to the carbon tax that's only making things worse. Is this what the Premier meant when she said the carbon tax would buy social license?
The Honourable Premier.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. What our government said meant when we said that we were going to stand up for Albertans and have their back was that we were going to focus on building our economy and supporting Albertans as we come through this recovery. So, Madam Speaker, what's going on now is that we have the 3rd consecutive month where new jobs have been created, and 9 out of 10 of the 10 last months we've seen jobs created. Manufacturing's up, exports are up, car sales are up, housing prices are up, Madam Speaker. That's because we have Albertans' backs. We're not pretending problems don't exist, and we are not going after cuts as a means.
Albertans are beyond tired of hearing from this government trying to take credit for pipelines approvals that had nothing to do with their terrible climate leadership plan. Albertans aren't buying it. What this government should do is take some responsibility for a damaging tax that has done nothing to gain social license and get new pipelines built. Can the Premier tell Albertans why she insists on keeping this carbon tax that has done nothing but drive investment and people from our province?
Well, thank you, Madam Speaker. In fact, since the Minister of Environment and I first announced our climate leadership plan, here's what's happened. We've gotten not 1, but 2 pipelines approved by the people who have the authority to approve them. And this year, our province will lead the country in growth, Madam Speaker. This year, our province will lead the country in investment, Madam Speaker.
Wow.
This year, our province will lead the country in manufacturing,
wow.
or manufacturing growth, Madam Speaker. These are the kinds of things that happen when
Not
you invest
trailing.
in your province rather than cutting it down and slashing and burning to
Like
help
they
your